Welcome to the Survivor Indianapolis Season 3 finale. We are finally here at the last episode. I'm going to get out of the way pretty quick. Outside of the fact that we don't have a lot of footage of, we don't really have any footage of the challenge. So I'll just explain what happened in the challenge. You'll actually see the very end of the challenge. Some of the players are cleaning up after the challenge, and you can see who's winning the necklace. And we talk about it at Tribal Council. There's footage of Tribal Council. There's footage right before Tribal Council, as well as footage of Tribal Council. There's footage of all the votes. It's a very crazy Tribal Council. So stay tuned for that. You will not see me come back to do any more informative video like this until after the exit interview of our fourth place finisher, the last person before the final three. So before I head out of here, though, the last challenge they had to do was balancing coins on a popsicle stick. And there was just coins on a table, on a high top table. And I would say, okay, everybody grab a penny. All right, everyone grab a dime. And then they have to grab it and stack it on their popsicle sticks. And the last man standing with a popsicle stick and coins on top of it was the person that won. So, and I say last man standing. Rebecca is in the challenge too. I just use that as an expression, not as a spoiler. So you'll actually see in a couple of seconds here the person that's winning that one immunity picking up coins off the ground. So you'll see that person, and then some footage of right after the challenge before Tribal Council, and then Tribal Council, as well as the votes and all the dramatic reveal of who's voted off in fourth place. So enjoy that.
This is exactly what happened last time.
Exactly. Well, we'll see at the end. But
I'm just saying.
don't say anything, but we'll see at the end.
You get to keep all the
For
coins.
what happened in the challenge.
You get to keep all the
Yes,
coins.
true.
No, you don't.
All right, Bubba. Final four. You were the first out.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean you're necessarily out.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah. So since I made it this far, literally my three people who I talked to before this whole thing was Eric and Ben. Well, and me, obviously that's three, but Eric and Ben. So we're in it now, and Eric has immunity. So I think we got it in the bag.
So you definitely think Rebecca's out.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, there's no sense for us to turn on each other now unless it's just for the memes. So
That would be
That
quite
would-
the twist.
that'd be funny. But I'm gonna vote Rebecca. So.
I mean, when it's down to the final three,
Mm-hmm.
has there been any other discussion between you and Ben or you and Eric or?
Not really. I mean, I think it's a toss-up. I know. I mean, a lot of people wanted Ben out though in the very beginning, so I don't think the jury will choose him. But I don't know. Maybe they've seen his redemption of him coming back, so that's a possibility. I know me and Eric have been pretty solid with every other person. Like we haven't really gone against what we told another person or whatever like that. We've been pretty honest. So it's a toss-up, honestly.
Well, best of luck, man.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Okay, cool. So, is that perceived to have? Is that going to stay? Do you think, or is there a chance that it's not going to stay?
From what I've been told, it's staying. So.
Unless someone's just doing it for the memes.
The memes.
Rebecca, what do you think?
I'm happy to be here. I made it to the final four, and that's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty great. Out of 14 people, this fourth place is nothing to be mad about.
Purdue's
But
only done that twice.
Almost the podium.
Just saying.
That was good.
Almost a podium.
it's close. So, Eric, winning immunity, do you think you needed to win?
It definitely makes me feel a lot better
Okay.
because I don't have to worry about it.
It's true.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I don't. I also don't. I don't think I needed to because what we've got going here.
Love the
You never know. You never know.
All right. Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and vote. Rebecca, go ahead and start us off.
Oh, there we go. Okay. This prize here, I was going to vote for Eric, but he got the immunity. So this is my
So
shot.
you think Eric's the best player in the game still?
I think that Eric has a lot of the jury on his team, but so does Ben. But I think Eric more so.
I have to do it. Only thing standing in between me and winning the game is you. So
What about the jury? Think they'll vote for you?
I think I could be pretty convincing. I think I have the best resume out of everybody here. Eric's pretty good, but other than that, I think I got it.
But you think you're better than Eric?
Yes, at everything. Every aspect of life.
Okay. So if Rebecca had won the challenge, who would you have voted for right now?
It'd be me, Colin, voting out Eric.
You would have voted out Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because he has the second best resume.
Okay.
Well, hopefully the other guys in the alliance do the same thing because that was the plan. If not, That'd be hilarious.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If Rebecca had won the immunity necklace in that challenge,
Who
who
I
would you
vote
voted
for?
out between Eric and Ben?
It's a toughie. I think I would have voted out probably Ben.
Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to.
Why are you voting for him?
So I'm gonna vote for Ben because he's been an unlikely finalist. So he's got a lot to say to the jury. So I'm gonna vote for Ben.
Okay. What just happened after you had won? You said you'd vote Rebecca out. What changed?
Well, after thinking about it, if Ben goes to the final three with me, I have a chance of losing to Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to be over here to get angle of the votes. I don't
Well,
know.
I can get their
Oh, you can
reactions.
Both me and them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stand over here then.
Okay.
All right, guys. So, again, I'll read the votes. Person voted out, who has the most votes will be our last member of the jury, fourth place finisher. The rest will be the final three, okay? All right, these are the votes. First vote
Do I get to use
is
this or no?
you can
say it before?
you have to do it before we vote. So yes, this one is yours. Okay? All right. So first vote is Rebecca. Second vote, Rebecca. Third vote, Ben. Broke the record. Fourth vote is Ben. So we have a 2-2 tie. In traditional Survivor, you would re-vote. And if it was still a tie, the people in the tie would make fire to win. Can't do that here, unfortunately. So what will happen is you will re-vote. Only Eric and Colin will vote. You can only vote for Ben or Rebecca. So Eric, you can't vote for Colin all of a sudden. Okay. If it's a tie still, then Ben and Rebecca will draw rocks.
What a face.
All right. Eric, let's go vote. Good?
Yep.
First vote, Rebecca. One for Rebecca. And the last vote is Ben. All right. So, Rebecca and Ben.
Ben's like, I'd rather eat a bullet right now than do this.
to come back in.
shot.
Do you want to draw rocks? See who draws rocks first?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Let's just do
I'm
it.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Who wants to-
That's a paradox right there.
I was like, come on.
You go first. Do you want to go first?
Right, ladies first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Keep
my
it,
gosh.
keep it sealed, okay?
What's the color we want?
You want to see green.
Oh man.
Red team all day.
I know. I've been green one time. This feels like a
Close.
red rock.
Sit down, keep it closed. You want to see green?
You got
All right. Green means you're in. Red means you're out. Hold it out. 3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Oh my goodness.
He wasn't ready.
This guy.
I'm sorry,
gosh.
Ben. I'm sorry, Ben.
What in the
I'm
world?
sorry, Ben.
Crazy.
All right.
You played a
Ben,
great game.
the tribe, and the rocks have spoken. Oops. So here you
More
go.
dramatic than last year.
Alex,
What do you think happened, bro?
I think that I take it as it's not a smart move. I'm gonna be honest.
Who do you think flipped on you?
It was Colin
You think Colin flipped on you?
or Eric. It doesn't matter.
Which
at this
one?
moment. It doesn't really matter.
It does. Because they're going to get your vote.
No.
In the jury. Huh?
Rebecca deserves to win this. Hands
Why?
down. Hands down. She is the underdog in this. She had her back up against the wall the whole time. At the end of the day, I think I would have won if I made it to the final. It stinks. I was so close. I love this so much. So,
Final Four is pretty good, bro.
I just hope. Man, that's just crazy. It's just crazy. That's all I got to say. It was good playing. I had a great time.
So you're voting for Rebecca?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, one more quick interruption before you get to the final tribal council, as well as the reveal of who was our winner of Survivor Indianapolis Season 3. I just want to say, when you're getting ready to see the very beginning of tribal council, you don't hear me introduce what's happening or any of that, but you do get all the questions from the jury. You get our final three contestants final statements as to like why the jury should vote for them. And then right after that, you get some of the votes for winners. I did not want to show everyone's votes. I didn't want to give away who won. And then you'll see the vote reveal as well as our champion of the season announced. So I will come back at the very end to close things out on the video series here, but look forward to Final Tribal Council as well as the crowning of our champion here in just a second.
Seriously, convince us. Oh. God. I feel like I've been honest with everyone. I have had no malice towards anyone. I was trying to be neutral with everybody in terms of like not going behind everyone's back and do all that type of stuff. So I feel like that's, kind of a good, quality that I try to do throughout this game. I've tried my heart out in all these challenges. And I don't know, it's just whatever you guys honestly decide, but I hope it's me. So.
All right, Eric, go ahead.
So going into this this game, I had been contacted by a few people, Brandon, Ben. So I had formed a couple alliances, and I had full intentions to stick with them until I got some other news. And then I realized that once it got towards the end, I had an advantage in that I could get Brandon to think that there was a mole in our alliance. Really, it was me the whole time. but
I knew it was too late. I knew it was too late.
Yeah, round 3.
All right.
But so I was able to convince Brandon that it was. I think I convinced him that it was. Yeah, Colin. But I convinced Colin and a couple others, Hunter and I think Annie, that it was Sam. So I was able to pull some votes for Sam. And then after that, I was able to pull some votes for Brandon. I had to keep myself as the prime interest. So, that's what it's about. And I made it here. That's how I made it. So, sure, I might have gone against some original plans, but I kind of had to just go with the flow and try to figure out what was best for me and how exactly I could make it to the end. So I feel like I use strategy, and that's what got me here. So if you guys like strategy, then personally I need it.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Rebecca.
Okay. Steven Spielberg. Steve Jobs. Walt Disney. Everybody loves a good underdog story, and isn't this what this is? I was voted out. I was the 4th person voted out. I got voted back in by only 2 votes, and I made it to the final 3 with only winning 1 challenge. I only had immunity once. Well, in the individual challenges. I played fair, I played honest, I didn't go back on my word with anybody. The only time I ever voted against someone that I had been going along with was Hunter, and she told me to vote for her because we knew one of us was going down, and so she took the bullet, and so that's why I think that I should win.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Now it goes to the jury. It's your chance to ask any question, make any comments you want. You can address the final 3. You can address your jury mates
if you feel like you want to do that as well. Okay. We're going to go and start off as ready to go. Do you need a minute?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. We'll start off with Brooklyn.
Honestly, Rebecca, not Sister Elwood. I mean, you obviously, it's a great story, like the underdog story. You know, you played a good game. We were together, voting together as long as I was in for like 3 rounds, and you were always honest and loyal. Eric, you kind of blew me with your strategy, though, is the thing. So I think Eric was very intentional with everything he did. He didn't overplay. I thought he played a great game. And Colin, you were very loyal, I think, and honest as well. But I think Eric played a great game, and I think he was very intentional and strategic, and it paid off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Jacob.
I have one question for Eric. You had approached me and Hunter to make an alliance against Brandon.
You want to ask questions after?
No. This is time to ask questions.
Okay.
This is good.
Okay.
Yeah. If you
I didn't know if you wanted to just get the votes over and then talk about it. That's fine.
No, we're asking questions on if we want to vote for you. You approached me and Hunter about an alliance against Brandon. Did Brandon put you up to that, or was that something that you did on your own?
That was me.
Okay. That's something I wanted to know.
Sam, Jacob, are you done?
Yes, that is it. That's the only question
Sam.
I had for it.
Well, I was going to ask Colin a question, but now I kind of already know who the backstabber was. And so
He got me to vote for you.
Oh, he got you?
He got me.
My
to vote
companion
for you.
here.
Okay, so it was you two, Hunter and Rebecca, that all of you voted for me. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. But I think I value loyalty a little more than skill, and so I think I know who I'm going to vote for.
What if they all betrayed you?
Anything else? You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Ariel, questions, comments?
Can't even see.
I don't really have anything.
All good? Okay. Annie?
Honestly, I'm a little torn. I definitely appreciate the loyalty that Rebecca had, because I feel like I'm kind of the same way. Like, I didn't really go in having a bunch of alliances, and but then again, I appreciate all the strategy and thought that went into Colin and Eric's actions. So I don't know. I think I'll make a last-minute decision when it comes to it.
All right. Sarah? No, nothing? You good?
Nope,
Okay.
good. Sorry.
Ben?
Well,
The Rock!
you know, the wound is pretty fresh. And I still see some red in my hand. No, honestly, congratulations to all 3 of you. It's pretty impressive, I gotta say. But I will say, the key of Survivor is to outwit, outplay, and outlast. And I believe that all of you did that to the best of your abilities. And again, that is very impressive. But I'm gonna change things up a little bit. I want you guys to give me a reason why Rebecca should win, and why Colin should win, and why Eric should win. Not you yourself, but who you're sitting next to.
I think Eric should win because he honestly went above and beyond for strategy. Like, he was everywhere. Like, and I feel like it wasn't even in a sneaky way. It was just, I don't know, just skillful, honestly.
Thank you. Do you want us to just one person? Or both?
And then I want to hear,
Why both? Okay.
Oh, why both? Okay. Rebecca, she is an underdog. Honestly, I mean, I was like, wow, I didn't know she's a fighter. So much respect to you in that. So I don't know. Good job.
I'll say, I think Rebecca, if she wins, it should be because she, like Colin said, she was an underdog. She came back from being out, from being voted out, and then she also came back and won some key challenges. So she put in that work, and was able to pull out the immunity idol and save herself for a couple of the rounds. So that's huge for her. So that's great. Colin, he really has been nothing but loyal. There was a point when me and him were just kind of mutually loyal, and I had heard some things about him where he was gonna be targeted, so I told him, but he was also he also stuck with me, and he was just honest, and like you knew you could trust what he was gonna do, and you knew he wasn't gonna go against what you had thought he was gonna do. So
honestly, if either of them win, they deserve it. Eric's strategy was really impressive. I could never tell what he was going to do next, and I kept trying to. And so that was really impressive to me. And then the way Colin just kind of managed to stay under the radar the entire time. I don't think he ever received more than 3 votes in the entire game. And that was because he was just loyal and good at like playing the challenges. So.
All right, Ben, you good?
I'm good.
Hunter?
No comments or questions.
I know. Brandon?
I got some questions. Honestly, Eric, like, you played an absolutely amazing game. First of all, the reason Ben contacted you in the first place is because I reached out to him and told him to make an alliance with you and Colin.
I heard.
And I don't know how you heard that. Is that what you're talking about? What you heard?
When you got voted out, we talked about it.
Okay, but like,
There was a conversation.
so was that wasn't
Or
the
2.
reason you voted me out? It was because you didn't know if you were going to the final 3 with me. Okay, so like, and you honestly,
I thought you'd be dangerous in the end. So
yeah,
that was the rule.
yeah, and like, now you're dangerous in the end, but like you played like really good. Honestly, the whole giving me your immunity idol, like, I would have never thought that you were gonna vote against me. That was like the perfect play, and that's probably what sold it. Was like, I had to ask people in the game who voted for me because I really wanted to know, and that's probably like, I mean, I base it off like if you have a good strategy and you're making moves like that. Like I had you in the palm of my hand. I thought I did, and I was wrong. Like I think I got a little too cocky and like comfortable, and like that's how the game's played. And you played a really good game, and I really respect that. And Colin flipping his votes too, and like Rebecca just like winning that immunity, like, because I mean you were getting voted out if you didn't win that. I mean that was awesome. So I mean you guys all played a great game. It was really enjoyable to watch. I'm not bitter at all. Like so I'm just asking. I do have one more question. So what was the deciding point when you were gonna vote me out? I know you voted Sam out because I know you knew me and him were tight, right?
Yeah.
So I was actually gonna take you out and take Ben and Sam in the final 3 with me. So you made a great play.
Okay.
So you were gonna be voted out, and we had Sarah with us too. So
Yeah.
we were gonna vote her out, and then we were gonna take you. I'm just telling you what was gonna happen.
yeah.
It was gonna be me, Sam, and Ben in the final 3. That's like what I wanted, and Ben knew that. Sam did not know that though.
No, I didn't.
So, at what point did you know that you needed to go for me?
So probably about halfway through, I don't remember exactly what tribal council it was, but probably about halfway through, I reached out to Hunter, and that was when I talked to you too. It ended up being Hunter and someone else. Oh, Ariel, I think it was. And we kind of like got together. That's when I decided, because I was like, everyone knows that. Everyone's kind of picking up that we're in an alliance, so I wanted to make something like under the radar that no one knew about and no one expected. And I figured, like I said, I thought you would be dangerous in the end. And so I got Colin, I believe Hunter and Ariel with me to vote for Sam, which would make
Rebecca. It was actually Rebecca.
Was it Rebecca?
Yeah.
Whoever it was, to vote for Sam. That way you would think, okay, there's a mole, and then I was trying to sway you that the mole was either Ben or
I thought it was Colin.
someone else in our alliance, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
If you didn't play that idol on me, I would have thought it was you.
Okay.
But you did that, and I was like,
okay,
there's no way it's Eric. Like, that's the only person I did not think it was. But like waiting for those 2 girls to go back in, like, that was the perfect time to do it, because it would, if those 2 girls didn't go back in, I had these 2 voting with me, and you would have had to win immunity or you were gonna be out of the game. So that was awesome. Like you timed everything perfectly.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Brandon, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's vote.
He just played the best game, best strategy. It's very intentional.
The other two played a good game, but I think Eric just split out of the park.
So I think it needs to go to Eric. He definitely played the best game. He really mirrored Chris, and Colin kind of mirrored me. So that's why I think he deserves it.
Okay, so I'm voting for this person because I feel like they played strategy and they also played under the radar and was very loyal. So with both qualities, this is my vote. Short.
Eric played an absolute monster game. Like I was talking about out there, he did everything at the perfect time. I thought I had him in the palm of my hands. I was wrong. He made every move right when he needed to because I wasn't taking him to the end with me. So I was debating on it, but he was going to be next. So good for him. He played an awesome game.
Yeah.
And
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I think Eric played the most strategic game. A lot of the things he did, totally, I had no idea. Nobody had any idea. So a lot of his alliances, good job.
I told Alex after I got voted out, I was going with Rebecca. I think she should win. But after seeing it, Eric had a very similar play style to me as far as like winning challenges and stuff. I'm a big fan of the underdog. Unfortunately, I feel like all Rebecca really did was just not get voted out. I mean, she won a really crazy challenge, but at the end of the day, I think I got to go with them. Played a smart game, good physical game, and he outplayed me too, so great job.
I have the votes. We have a winner. We don't have any ties. We have a winner. Before I read the votes, we need to make sure that I take a second to thank you guys for playing, giving up your time. It's been a long day. It's been probably the longest we've had so far, but it's been good. Also have to thank all my crew, a lot of video people, a lot of people behind the scenes that did a lot of work, people that came last minute and helped a lot. So I have to thank all of them. Right-hand man, John Crabtree, couldn't do it without John. And we have to also, when we go inside, say thanks to Dan and Julie and Stacy. We got a lot of work behind the scenes with the food and letting us use this awesome property because I don't know what we would do if we couldn't use this property. So that's something we have to make sure we do. So that's it.
Hand clap for David.
Thank you. All right, let's see who the winner of season 3 is. First vote, again, you want to see your notes. You want to see your name in the votes. I combine name and note and votes. All right, first vote, Eric. Okay, one for Eric. Next vote, Colin. One Eric, one Colin. Third vote, Eric. It's 2 Eric, 1 Colin. Fourth vote, Eric. It's 3 Eric, 1 Colin. Fifth vote, Eric. It's 5 Eric, 1 Colin. And we've got Eric and Eric.
Mine looks better. Mine has a smiley face on it.
Here, right there. It's cute.
Thank you, guys.
Eric, congratulations.
Thank you all. That was cool.
Eric, let me just trophy.
Oh my god.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you so much for watching Survivor Indianapolis Season 3. I want to just one more time not only thank you for watching, but thank the 14 cast members for giving me their entire Saturday. I mean, they were there from around 9:30 or 10 a.m. all the way to around 9:30 or 10 or maybe even later p.m. because we finished the game and went and had some more food and talked for a little while longer, and some people helped us clean up and stuff. So I just really want to thank those 14 people from top to bottom. A really good crew, a really good group. I shouldn't say crew, so I'm ready to thank the crew. Really good group on the cast. I loved having them. Lots of people that I would love to have back there. Some people that I know it's a lot, and so I don't know if they would want to do it again, but there are a lot of people that I would love to have again. But the crew also, I want to thank everyone that helped video, helped set up and tear down challenges, helped me plan and build some of those challenges. I mean, I didn't do that by myself by a mile. I had lots of help from John Crabtree as well as Christian and Carson Stafford. I shouldn't start naming names, but Alex Golden and then Brooke Johnston. Those are the main crew that I had helping me. Chris McGrath was really helpful. Devin Cunningham and Morgan Bass. I don't believe I'm missing anybody that helped in any way. I don't. Carson couldn't be there. You didn't see him there at all on the day, but he did help a little bit um, behind the scenes before the day of. But obviously, as I mentioned just in that last video, John Crabtree being the right hand man that really I couldn't do it without having at least one person to really rely on to help, and everyone else that I mentioned. Above all of that, my wife for letting me do all this silliness and helping take care of stuff behind the scenes a lot of stuff behind the scenes that day she was taking care of a lot. So I want to thank her, even though she probably won't watch this. I want to thank her, and I want to thank my in-laws, Dan and Julie, for letting us use their property and for being gracious hosts and really not just being willing, but being excited about it and having a good time and helping out with the food in so many ways. We had more people than we've ever had before in terms of the cast and the crew and a lot of other things. And so because of that, if you're watching this, we're going to have to, in order to keep it going, we're going to have to keep it limited. I'm going to try to bring back not as many, if not hardly any, returning players this year. And then, maybe in a year or 2 or 3, we'll have like a great big, maybe not big in terms of like 18 people. I just mean like, I haven't ever had an all returning player cast. Every season I've done, I've had some returning players, but not a ton. So maybe in a few years we'll do some kind of big all-star type thing where we can bring back a bunch of people that have only people that have played with me before. So that'd be a lot of fun. But I just wanted to get some thank yous out of the way and just let everyone know that like if you helped out one time for this time, that's great. I cannot bring everyone back. So if you're watching this and you haven't heard from me about this year, don't be offended, please. We just have to make sure we keep it manageable in terms of how many people we have on that property. So also, one more thing I forgot to address throughout all these videos. The last couple of videos, you probably heard like some hip hop and like pop music playing. Towards the end of the night, there was a wedding happening at the barn across the street. There's this huge barn, and there's a blackberry farm and just a really beautiful property across the street. And they have weddings there in the summer, like almost every weekend, almost every Saturday. And so there was a wedding happening, and by the end, when we were finishing up our game the last couple of hours, there were just songs and dancing. And so if you heard some of those and you were thinking like, what is happening? That was not Dan and Julie. That was not me. That was a wedding happening across the street. So, yeah, that was just something totally separate. So, thank yous out of the way. Last thing I want to say is congratulations to Eric. Very well played, as you saw all the cast really gave him his flowers for the job well done. And so congratulations one more time, Eric. Great job, bud. We'll see if we can get you back for an all-star type season and see what happens then. But this season you rocked it, so well-deserved win. I'm actually going to close us out in this whole season out by showing you some of the amazing photography that Brooke Johnston got of the day. So enjoy these photos of the whole day. And thank you once again for watching Survivor Indianapolis Season 3.